right? I believe them. Do you believe your self-fulfilling prophecy, can move you in a different direction? Laura Napoleon. Thank you.
And she's walking. What do you mean my mom does not have Parkinson's disease? The wheelchair-bound patient was sure she had Parkinson's disease. But at the end of one physical therapy session, she walked down the hall. A man dies of cancer. Yet the autopsy showed there wasn't enough cancer in his entire body to have killed him. A priest administers his last rites to the wrong patient. And the patient dies unexpectedly. These patients all had different diagnoses, yet they were affected by the same cause. Did you know that fear can not only cause disease, but even death? Do you live in a constant state of fear, anxiety, stress, or do you believe that self-fulfilling prophecy can move you into a different direction? Today I want to discuss three things: the mind and body connection, my personal experience with fear, and your self-fulfilling prophecy. The underlying ancient concept can be found in Greek mythological stories and elsewhere. This concept was formalized by Dr. Robert Menton and was named self-fulfilling prophecy. According to this design, one prophecy or fact is predicted, events are set in motion, and they work together to bring it to pass. Another vignette. She was planning her husband's surprise 40th birthday party. You see, he was a cyclist, and he loved to travel. So the countryside was the perfect vacation for a bike trip. The entire family traveled to meet him. This was the perfect plan, but it never happened. Only 48 hours before the trip began, she was diagnosed with an aggressive form of breast cancer. Her husband took her to her favorite place, the ocean. She locked herself in the bedroom. She felt numb from head to toe. She actually pulled her hair just to see if she could feel anything. The fear was overwhelming. She stood at the window, and she could see her 3 precious sons fill up the buckets of sand and water. This life was too beautiful. She dropped to her knees. Take this. Take my breast. Take my arms if need be, but leave my heart so I could fill it with their joy. Leave my voice so I can tell them how beautiful this world really is. Moments later, she walked down the stairs. Her husband looked at her. He stared. You see, he was not looking at the same woman. This woman could move with certainty, could run. Her spirit ignited into a roaring flame. I had a newfound spirit. You see, my friends, this was my vignette. This was my life story. As Dr. Menton described, a self-fulfilling prophecy, it is where your beliefs come to fruition. While it can work positively, it can also work negatively as well. In the cancer world, it seems to split negatively more than positively, especially when it comes to statistics. If someone hears there's virtually no hope, well, what do most people do? They give up. It is kind of like the placebo effect. If you believe something strong enough, it might come true whether it was true in the first place or not. It happens in all walks of life, but I think especially devastating in cancer. Some people hear the odds and say to themselves, what's the point? I say, what's the point of hearing or believing the odds in the first place? Statistics are one of those things. From early on, I evaluated that generalized prognostic type average statistics are of no help. In legal terms, they're irrelevant, And in human terms, they are more harmful than helpful. My favorite quote at the moment is, "What would you do if you were not afraid?" I look at this quote every day and it inspires me. It reminds me that fear is a dream crasher. It holds us back like an invisible gate, and with one swipe, we can lift the gate and be free, but we don't. We stay behind the other side of the fence, behind fear. The past few months, I would continually stare at the poster-sized quote in my office and ask that question, what would you do if you were not afraid? It stirs something inside of me. It makes me think, if I did not seek comfort, what would I do? If I were not afraid of failure, what would I do? If I were not afraid of what other people thought, what would I do? Ask yourself this question, if you would repeat after me. What would I do without fear?
What would I do without fear?
Plant this seed and it will grow. And one day it will blossom. Your dreams will blossom, and lift the gate and leave the fear behind. Your newfound spirit can be your self-fulfilling prophecy.